Hello and welcome to the MyHeritage webinar series. I'm Jeff Rasmussen, your host, broadcasting to you live from Middleton, Idaho. Today we have expert genealogist Daniel Horowitz with us, who is live at MyHeritage headquarters in Tel Aviv, Israel, for his class, Making the Most of MyHeritage Resources with the Help Center, Knowledge Base, and Site Settings. So thanks to Daniel and thanks to the more than 2,000 of you for registering for today's live webinar, wherever and whenever you are. Glad to have you with us. Beginning tomorrow, and just in time for Valentine's Day, enjoy free marriage records on MyHeritage through February 16th. So head up to myheritage.com/marriage-records for access. And now it's my pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Daniel Horowitz. Daniel is a genealogy expert at MyHeritage, providing key contributions liaising with genealogy societies, bloggers, and media, as well as lecturing and attending conferences around the world. Dedicated to genealogy since 1986, he was the teacher and the study guide editor of the Family History Project, Searching for My Roots, in Venezuela for 15 years. Daniel is involved in several crowdsourced digitization and transcription projects and holds a board-level position at the Israel Genealogy Research Association. Please put together your virtual hands and let's give Daniel Horowitz a nice warm webinar welcome. Hi, Daniel, and welcome to the webinar.
Hello, Jeff. So long time not been here, but I'm always happy to be able to share with everybody.
So good to have you here.
And the knowledge about genealogy and MyHeritage.
Well, Daniel, it looks wonderful, and can't wait for this. The time's all yours. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. And I'm going to start just by telling everybody that I'm going to do today something I normally don't do. So I'm going to fly solo, as I call it. We're going to go over the website, and it's going to be live. So whatever you are watching on your screen is the same thing that you can do on your own browser later. The first stop, and I also send Jeff the URLs to share with you because I know some of you were expecting a handout, but I really don't have a handout for this session either. I'm going to start with the knowledge base. So Jeff, if you will be so kind to put that URL in the chat for everybody to be able to follow and enjoy. One of the very first things I want to tell everybody about the knowledge base is that you don't need any type of registration in order to go into it. In fact, if you notice, I have my browser in private mode or incognito, and I have not registered with MyHeritage yet. So I am just going into the URL education.myheritage.com, and you will see this page with this welcome page of the knowledge base. And I would like to go over the different areas of this page one by one. First, you can see in the very middle search bar where you can actually type whatever you would like, and MyHeritage is going to find the right information for you. Jeff, any word that you can suggest for us to search?
Marriages.
Marriages. Oh, because we have this collection, marriages collection coming very soon to be free. Yeah, but of course, because this is a knowledge base on genealogy and MyHeritage, well, we don't have marriages, but if I just look for the first three words of marriages, you will see that that's also part of the word matches. And or Mark, as you can see that he wrote one of the articles over there. So let me explain you what's happening here. MyHeritage did a search according to whatever criteria you start writing here, and we point you to the material available. So this is the time to share with you what kind of material you can find in the knowledge base. First, we have what we call how-to videos, and those are very short videos, 2-3 minutes maximum, to show you how to do things on MyHeritage. So we have a how-to video on how to use smart matches. Then you're going to have webinars. Same as this one, we publish our webinars in the knowledge base for you to watch later. And we have a couple here also related to smart matches done by James Tanner and Shahar Bitton. Then the third area will be articles, and those could be either articles that were in the MyHeritage blog or articles that are written specifically for the purpose of being in the knowledge base. And again, the idea is to guide you not only on how to use MyHeritage, but how to become a better genealogist. And the fourth section that you see over there, FAQs, this is actually the help center of MyHeritage. So by searching here, you will also be able to see the answers to your questions that are available in the frequent asked question section. But we're going to go there in a couple of minutes. First, now you see how the search works. The next thing you see is the division, internal division that we did in the knowledge base. So we are focusing on 3 areas of the genealogy: the family tree, the research, which concerns more records and searching and all kind of different historical records, and the DNA. Now, these 3 buttons will go with us along the whole knowledge base, but they're also active, meaning that if I will click any of them, I will see all the information that the knowledge base has for that particular subject. And it's going to combine both the articles, the webinars, and the how-to videos. And then the third part is actually very important for those of you who are newbies, who are just starting with genealogy and have no idea what is a family tree, what do you mean by research, why you have DNA over there. Well, simply by clicking on the Get Started, and that is what I am actually going to do next, you are going to see a selected material designed specifically for you to have introductory lectures, webinars, and articles to get you started on MyHeritage and on genealogy. If you want to know what is MyHeritage, if you want to know how to take advantage of this knowledge base, and then again, family tree, research, and the DNA. Okay? Now, let's go back to the first page, and I'm going to keep scrolling down, and you're going to see the same 3 areas I mentioned before here. We have the latest articles that we have published in the knowledge base. We will show you 4, and we have 89 more articles, and we are releasing about an article a week. So definitely you will always have something to learn and to review here. If I keep scrolling down, the next section is the webinars. And here you will see not only the last webinars that we have published, and it's not only webinars. For example, I host this as the expert sessions on Thursdays. It's Thursdays 1 p.m. Eastern time. It's a 30-minute session. It's shorter than a regular webinar. It's more informal. People ask questions and I try to answer them. And I also publish them here. So if you have been into any, you can watch it again over there. Or if you had no idea about this as the experts, you can go there and review them. And also As you see, the last webinar that Jeff had here with Ran just last week or 2 weeks ago about the introduction to genetic groups. Now that's on the left side. On the right side, well, yeah, we advertised the next webinar, and not surprisingly, by the time I accessed this page, the next webinar was actually this webinar. So we are a little bit behind on time here. Now from here, you will be able to register for the next webinar, or you will be able to view the full schedules of webinars from MyHeritage. And I wanted to dedicate just 1 minute, and I have it here opened in another tab, because we will point you to all the upcoming webinars of MyHeritage, which is kind of a subsection of the Family Tree webinars page. This is only the MyHeritage one, and you will be able to register to any of those, or you can go actually to the upcoming webinars, and if I'm not mistaken, and probably I will need help from Jeff, I do remember that there was a way to register. Oh, okay, here it is, to register to multiple webinars. So I can click here, and with one click, I can register to all the hundreds of webinars that Jeff has planned for us during this year. Okay, so once you have done that, you can come back to the knowledge base, and I'm going to keep scrolling down. We also have more webinars for you, exactly 135 more webinars that you can watch. And also here, and this is under my responsibilities, we're putting between 1 and 2 recordings of past webinars every week. So again, you will always have something new to view. And on the third part, or the bottom part, you will find the how-to videos. Those are updated a little bit slower than the other areas, because although they are shortened, they're very high quality created, and we want to be sure to guide you step by step into the different processes that you may need to do on MyHeritage. So we are aiming to have either 1 or 2 a month here, but right now you have like 22, 23 videos that you can work. And the beauty about this is that you can actually, if you have 2 screens, you can have in one screen the how-to video, and in the other screen you can have your regular browser, and you can follow along the video and do those same steps on your website or Family Tree Builder, or even in your mobile, depending on the subject of the how-to video. And by the way, sometimes you can do that as well in the regular webinars also, or you can simply, if you have one screen, you can actually divide and use half of the screen for the video and half of the other screen for your browser, and follow along. Now, also very important, and you may see this come up a couple of times probably while you navigate. Remember I said you don't need to register, then I will keep on saying that, in order to view any of the information that you have on the knowledge base. But if you want to be updated every time we have new information, and this is normally an email that I am actually sending once a month with the new material and important information that we are releasing into the knowledge base, all you need to do is to put your name and your email, and we will make sure that you are kept up to date with whatever new things are coming here. Okay, now I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to just go to the very top of the part, and I'm going to ask for another thing. Let's say I wanted to learn about this. 1 second. Okay. I actually wanted to go into the DNA part. So I'm going to click in DNA here, and MyHeritage should bring me all the material available through DNA. How do I know that I am in the DNA world? Is because the DNA button is light. You see the purple here, the other two are gray, and you will see here both how-to videos, webinars, articles, anything that we have related to DNA. How do you know what is what? Well, if it's a video or a webinar, you will have a time showing the length of the recording. By the way, we also have sessions in our Facebook Live, and also those are recorded and placed here under the webinars. So you see that each one also, when you go over, it will show you the person who actually gave the webinar or wrote the article. In this case, this is mine, this is James, and this is Ran. You have date and more information down here on the title. You will know what is new because it has this green icon on the corner, okay? And that corner will also guide you if this is an advanced or this is regular material. So if you feel that you're ready to go to the next step, or you are already knowing a lot about genealogy and MyHeritage, you can go straight to the advanced classes or the advanced material without any problem. Okay, and we will show you some here, and then as you scroll down, new is going to appear for you. Now, let me make you a little bit dizzy going up to the top. What else do you see here? Well, you see the content type. Remember I said we have how-to videos, webinars, and articles. And let's say that I don't have a lot of time now. I just want to view a very short video. So the how-tos will be great for that. I'm going to click on how-to video. And you can see that we have only 2 videos related to DNA that are short, less than 3 minutes. And you can focus on that. If you're not up to view anything, you want to take your earphones off, you want to read a nice article, I can come here, change it to articles, and now you will see all these are actually articles that you can go in and read without any problem. Let me select the all, because you can also sort by either the most recent material or the most popular material. I am wondering what is the most popular for the DNA. Oh, you see that an article about strong DNA match. Yeah, definitely that is a subject that I get asked all the time, and how to review your DNA matches. By Ziv Zorek, one of our support team. So this is how you can actually view and focus all the information based on the filter, based on the content, and based on when it was released or what is the most popular one. Also here, you will find the search bar. So in this case, if I would like to know about censuses, well, I don't have anything about censuses. I have something about yearbooks done by Thomas McKenty, but I can hear a webinar about what is a centimorgan and a little bit of introduction to the DNA. Okay, what else I want to show you here? If you click up in the Learn link that you have on the top, you will be able to clean whatever search, whatever filters, whatever personalizations or customizations you did. You're going to see all the 243 items that we currently have for you. And from here, you can start from scratch and you can look for whatever you will desire. Let's go into one of those. I wanted to show you what about this recording of a Facebook Live. I'm going to click there, and just by clicking, I will automatically go in and see the information about this recording. This was a Facebook Live. It was done by Thomas McKinty. You will have always on the right side the bio or the presentation of the person. In the middle is just the video, and if I just click the play button, I will see and I will hear. Okay, so yes, that was Esther, and she is one of the presenters of our Facebook Live, and she's doing it very good over there. If I scroll a little bit, but I will not be. You see, Jeff, this is why I said it. Okay. Okay, this is supposed to be the description of the event or the recording, but what I wanted to show you is that we have learned from the experts, and by experts I am referring to Jeff and the webinar session, because what we have here, and I am going to the Introducing Genetic Groups webinar. What you have here is just as in the Family Tree webinar page in the Legacy, you have an index of what kind of chapters or sections this video has, and you will be able to jump between scenes and to a specific area which may be of your preference, depending of what you would like to see. Now here, another thing that I will be very happy if you do, and only if you really consider it's worthwhile, is just clicking on the like, and gives us some likes on the Facebook as well for this, and let people know that you like this video. Okay, on the upper right corner, you see this previews and next. This will take you to the next either article or video or the previous one, so you can move also from here and jump from one to the other. Remember the Thomas Facebook Live that we had before, or you can click on the magnifying glass up here and say, well, you know what, I like this guy Rand Sneer. I would like to see more material from him. And just searching by a name is also an option, and you can see all the webinars or the material that was produced or given by Rand at any point in time. What about Thomas? Thomas also have done a few things with us. Now, you will notice that next to the Learn, I have a link that says downloadable resources. So let's go there and let's see what is that. This is free material that you can actually download at any time and use for your genealogy, both for keep track of your genealogy, to learn more about tips on how to use the military records, or wonderful genealogy uses, or let's say ABC and 1, 2, 3, researching your ancestors and school records. We also have here someplace, you have a family relationship chart, that it's a blank chart that you can download and use. Printable family trees for kids, especially if you need to stay at home. This will give them something to do and a little bit of peace of mind to you. Or preparing questions for your relatives. So you have here a few suggestions that you can use in order to prepare an interview. And if you have nothing to do and you are an expert now in virtual meetings and Zooms, or even a phone call. It's very usable and very good time to do genealogy here. Okay, so you know that you have here this in the downloadable resources for you waiting at any time. Now, I would like to go right to the upper corner, and yes, I know we are talking in English, but as always, languages are very important for MyHeritage, and we try to have everything in as many languages as we can. And the knowledge base is not the exception. As you can see, you have 9 more languages over there, and if you're fluent or you know those, you can just simply go over there, and the knowledge base is going to show you specific information for you in that language. In this case, you can see that the information is totally different. You have here like questions for your relatives, but now in Spanish. And if I go to the home page, probably it's a little bit bigger. Okay, you will see everything in Spanish, and you will see also that the material and the articles and the recordings are going to be in the proper language. But enough of Spanish. Let's go back to the English one. Okay, now I would like to go back to the search part because let me see. Oh, okay. I want actually to show you the other option that you have here from the FAQs, and I want to show you also where this is coming from. So what about how can I upload DNA to MyHeritage? Let's click over there. And of course, this is what happened when you're doing things live, right? It's not working, but let me tell you where this is coming. This is coming, the FAQs are coming from the Help Center. How else you can get to the Help Center? Right here in the upper right corner, I can click, and this will bring me to the frequent asked questions or the Help Center at MyHeritage. I want you all to notice that I'm still not logged into MyHeritage. I'm a regular person. I have no even a registration with MyHeritage. MyHeritage has no idea who am I, and I still can come here and can take advantage about that. Okay, so we were talking about how to upload a DNA to MyHeritage. And I see here a few of the questions. Can I upload my raw DNA via the app? Well, I know the answer to that, but in case you don't know, let's click over there, and the answer will come right here for you. Now, these FAQs may be longer or shorter depending on the question and depending on the extent needed or images needed for the answer. Now, how else the Help Center works? Let's go back to the homepage of the Help Center, and I can do that either by clicking on Help Center or the house icon right here in the breadcrumbs. The Help Center has, as you saw, a search bar, and let me see something. Auto clusters, because it was my understanding that from here you also get information from the knowledge base. But below the search bar, you will see that we have categories depending on what your question may be. If your question is related to DNA, you can click here and see all the subcategories or all the questions that we have for DNA. Or if you have a question about a family site, you can click here and go in. Let's do that. and see all the articles or all the questions that we have related to a family tree. And of course, being in this business for many, many years, we have a lot of answers for your questions. Now, in a family side, you may be wanting to ask about photos or jetcoms or charts and books. So I can actually click in that category on the left side, and now I will be seeing only the questions related to the chart books. And I can click, let's say, how can I create a family book on my side? Well, very easy actually. You have here step-by-step instructions. You have here images as well that will tell you how to go step by step and what you need to do. And hopefully by the end, you will have your answer, you will have a book, and you will say, yes, thank you very much. This was very useful. Now, for those of you who know MyHeritage for a while, I'm sorry, you know how important feedback is for us. So please make sure to click yes or no so we can know if the FAQs are actually being helpful to you or we need to create a different one. The other thing you will see on the right side of the question, wherever you are, is related content. So if you already inquire about a family book on your website, maybe you want to know how to create this family book report on the software, on the Family Tree Builder. So now I have jumped into the next one, and now I will have the instructions related to the software. Let's go back to the category, the Family Tree. I jumped categories to Family Tree Builder. So here is all the questions regarding Family Tree Builders, and hopefully all the answers will be there. And I'm here now on the home page, and you already know the categories and subcategories. And then on the lower part, you will have the popular questions. In other words, the questions that you ask the most. And probably you will recognize some of them actually being asked by you, or probably you will say, well, I always wanted to learn about that or ask that, but I never knew how. So here you have the top 6 on general questions like how can I find my account ID, or how can I buy a DNA kit as a gift, or activate my DNA, or just simply change my email address or password. So this seems to be the most common ones. From here, you will see that the top change a little bit also on comparing it to the knowledge base. The knowledge base doesn't have this upper menu here, but this is the same menu that you will see on your own website. And what I wanted to point you out here is that under help, you will see this arrow going down, and this will take you actually to the help center or to the knowledge base. So even if you are on your website and you are logged in and you see everything that MyHeritage offers you, you can always go back to the knowledge base and learn more about MyHeritage and about genealogy here. Now, the other subject that I wanted to address today was about the settings, because that is one of the most common questions that we always get. And for that, I am jumping to my tree, to my personal tree, and now you see that MyHeritage recognized me, logged in. Now I'm not in private mode. This is real, my actual logged in. Remember I said under help, you can find the help center and the knowledge base at any time. but also on the tree view, and I don't know how many of you know about this, we have on the kind of upper right section a mini help section specifically for the family tree. So here we will tell you in a very few steps with images and explanation what you can do in this view and how you can take advantage and how to expand your tree, how to add information, and how to work with the different features that MyHeritage offers. I don't know how many of you were familiar with this. And also, the other thing I wanted to show you, if I'm already here, is the settings, because I think is very important that the website will react to the way, or will show the way you want your family tree to be seen. So here you can choose if you want your preferred view being the family view or the pedigree view or the fan view. My personal choice is to look at it in the family view, and we will have some changes on this very soon. You can also choose here how many generations you want to display in the screen, what you want the card to display, if you want the email box, if you want to show icons, to show buttons. I personally want everything that MyHeritage has to offer. And what not everybody realize, even if you come up till here, is that below here you have another two full sections. One of which is how to view the names. And again, every time I am in a conference and every time I meet with users, most of them are angry about things that they don't have to be angry about. For example, you're not showing me the married name, or you're not showing me the maiden name of woman. Well, let me tell you, we show you whatever you want. You can see here that in the case of my mother, you can see her with her maiden name and her married name just as I choose it, and I see it without any problem. Why I'm not seeing that for my wife is because she has too many maiden and married names. So we are limited on the amount of information that you can show here. Also, we have the same for husband's last name when the name is not provided, or if you want to show prefix and suffix in the card. Again, my preferences, I want to see all the information that MyHeritage has for me. And the third option down here, probably the most important from the first two, because from all the three of them, the first two are more cosmetic, are more how things are looked in the website. The third one is where really you need to spend a little bit of time, because it's not defining the name of the tree or the name of the website, but it's also defining the settings and the permissions of your tree. If you don't want people to download your JetCom or your tree, here is where you tell that. If you want to invite people, but you don't want people to touch your tree, which is actually my case after more than 30 years of research, you can say, I don't want members to touch and to edit anything. Or on the contrary, if you are new and you are desperate to get the help of your relatives, you need to set that on the settings. If you want your photos to be able to be shareable with other people, or you want the private, everything that you want to set up, you can do it right from here, from the tree settings and the tree editing's permission. So if you have not done this before, I will suggest you to spend a couple of minutes and go over all those settings and make sure the website is shown exactly as you want. Okay, I'm just going to go back to the knowledge base because I'm not allowed to, but anyhow, I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a heads up because we have been cooking something very interesting that very soon you will be able to see in the knowledge base. And it's something that it's a lot of users have been asking for it. It's going to be free. So I think that with this, I gave you already a lot of information to pique your curiosity and make sure that you visit the knowledge base, that you subscribe to these updates that you will find on the bottom, and very soon I will be able to send you an email with all that information. In the meantime, I am going to return the microphone to Jeff, which has, I'm pretty sure, very important announcements and information for you. If you have any questions, you know the drill already. You can type them in the chat, and Jeff will manage them, and I will be more than happy to answer them.
Well, very good. Thanks, Daniel. I love the questions that are coming in. One of a case said, I didn't know all this was available, and I've been a subscriber for about 8 years. And we've got lots of comments similar to that. So, yeah, thanks for showing us the knowledge base, the help center, and the settings. I hope that you'll join us for our next live webinar coming up in 2 weeks by Karen Doughton, bringing your family photos to life on MyHeritage, and there's the link where you would join. And then Daniel, I like your part. I like it when you teach, but I really love giving away door prizes. So it's door prize time. We're going to, if you're here, you're eligible to win. There's nothing special that you need to do or be. Just be here. So our first door prize, we have a 1-year MyHeritage Complete plan, which gives you access to everything up at MyHeritage. The family site subscription, the unlimited access to all of the historical records. And let's go and find our winner.
By the way, Jeff,
yes.
I know it's impossible to keep up the pace with MyHeritage. It's 13.1 billion historical records.
Okay, so right here, and Daniel's noticing it's now 13 plus billion historical records. Well, Daniel,
don't blink because we are going to keep adding more over there.
So there's a resource, Daniel, that you didn't mention that helps me to keep up. I like that. You showed us how to join that mailing list, but I'm going to also show here. I'm going to move this over, and I'm going to open up a new window. Blog. I just want to put this link out there for everyone. Blog.myheritage.com, and I don't know how often you update this. It's got to be several times a week. But this is how I've personally found out about the free access to the marriage records coming up. The 7th, so 2 days ago, we learned about the new historical record collections that were added this month. And so blog.myheritage.com is another link to bookmark and to refer back to.
Definitely.
All right. Okay, did I announce our winner for this?
No.
I wrote
People are eating their fingers.
Okay. Well, if you're Jim Smith, you don't have to wait any longer because you're the winner for our first door prize here today. Jim, I hope that was exciting to hear your name called here on the air. Just watch for an email from us soon. And next we're going to do a MyHeritage DNA test kit as our next prize. And our winner for this, Paula Dotson. Paula, congrats. So glad that you're here today. All right. Okay. Are you ready for some more questions, Daniel?
Bring them on.
Bring them on. Daniel likes the really hard questions, so keep that in mind. Okay, so first we have some questions about the first section that you talked about, the knowledge base. Janine was wondering, does the knowledge base work? Does it for foreign languages? So could she type in something in English, and if there's a knowledge base result in another language with the same word, would that pick it up?
No, unfortunately,
Okay,
unless you are in that language, we don't cross-references languages. So
okay.
if you speak Spanish and you want to ask Spanish, you need to put it in Spanish. If you know French, you need to put it in French.
Now, the opposite is true in your MyHeritage tree searching. Isn't that right? If you search for Daniel,
the search engine, the search engine of MyHeritage will recognize different languages and will bring you results from records in languages different than the one you typed.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, thank you. One of the most commonly asked questions was, do you need to be a subscriber to access the knowledge base?
Nope. As I said before, MyHeritage don't need to know anything about you. You can come here and you can enjoy all this without leaving any footprint. No registration, no subscription, no nothing, nada.
Okay. Love it. Thanks, Daniel. Got lots of questions coming in here. Rod says, do we need to sign up for that update email and the knowledge base if we're already members of MyHeritage?
Yes. This is a different system, is not connected to your regular registration. You do need to register to this newsletter.
Okay, good. Let's see. Janet, that answers your question also. Martha's wondering, does MyHeritage sync to any software programs?
Well, we do sync with the Family Tree Builder, which is the free software that MyHeritage offers you.
And what's the easiest way to find? Let's see. I'm going to just go up here. Point me to how to find it. Yep.
Very easy. Very easy. Just type myheritage.com/FTB. Family Tree Builder. Is that easy?
Okay, and I've put that link in the chat.
Excellent. It works both for Mac and for Windows, so you don't need to have any concern about that.
Okay, thank you very much. Margie has a question. Why do some of my matches trees show only a first initial at the great-grandparent level and beyond? Is that just a spacing issue?
No, I think that's how people wrote the information on their trees. Especially because if we have a match, we will show you whatever information the other person has for that individual in your tree.
Okay. Thank you. Rita says, besides the knowledge base, what is or is not available for a registered user without any paid subscription?
Well, again, the knowledge base, the blog, you don't need registration for that. You will need a registration to start building your family tree. You will get matches. You can put up to 250 individuals in your tree without any problem. And what I am doing here, Jeff, if you allow me to share my screen for 1 second, I'm going to give you this very secret tip. What you're watching now is actually the bottom of the knowledge base. Remember, here's where you subscribe to that email. And then you see down here it says price list. And when I click here in price list, I will see this table, and of course, because I'm in Israel, I'm looking at in shekels, but we're going to turn that in dollars at no time. And here you can actually see everything that MyHeritage gives you for free. As I said, 250 people in your family tree. A registration is needed, but still free registration. And you can either do a 14-day trial with a credit card and cancel at any time between those 14 days not to get charged. And then you have the Premium and Premium Plus that will give you the smart matches. Now, let me explain that for a second, please. You will get the announcement of the matches. MyHeritage is going to tell you, we found a match for you. And this match will give you like the birth information or the death information. If you want to go deeper, if you want to contact the administrator of the other website, you will need to have a premium or a premium subscription. If you want to get instant discoveries, you will need a paid premium subscription. And if you would like to see the records, is where you need the data plan. And you can have a data plan only and not have an enhanced tree plan, or you can go with the complete plan, which is the last one on your right, that will include everything.
Perfect. And that's myheritage.com/pricing, and I've put that link in your chat, everyone. Well, good. Daniel, could you tell us about the library edition and any check marks that are added or taken away if you're using the library edition?
Well, actually, the library edition is this that I'm showing you now, although a little bit big. It's the search engine of MyHeritage. The only difference is that you will not have this bar on the top, meaning you're not going to see family tree, you're not going to see discoveries, DNA, or health. Because for this, you will need to be logged in. The library edition uses your library as the user. And the library edition doesn't allow you to build a family tree or to deal with DNA. It's only access to the records. Now, we don't exclude any records from the library edition. You will still have access to 13.1 billion historical records today remotely if your library has a subscription to MyHeritage.
Thank you, Daniel. Carol says, how could you tell when your subscription runs out? Is there any place to go and look to see those details?
Yes, definitely. Right under your name, you see here that says My Purchases. I can click over there and you will see what you have purchased. And in this case, I manage multiple websites, and very important also to know the payment for the tree part is per website. The data subscription is only one. I don't know why I show here 3 or 4 or 8, but that's probably because I play a lot with the system to do my presentations. But you should be seeing only one data subscription if you have the data subscription or the complete, and the site subscription, which is part of the complete. And this, for example, is premium, and this is premium plus. You can see that actually one is expired. You see, I have this right here just to answer the question. So here I can see it's expired. It has been expired since 2013. And for whatever reason, I didn't want to pay, and I don't have to pay. The tree is going to be there, and the website is going to be kept there. You will be able to go into the website and see all the information. You will not be able to change or to edit or to modify that information until you don't pay for that.
Okay, so Petriva, that answers your question. Meaning, so Daniel, just to confirm, she would still have access to her tree even if her account expires. Meaning she
Yep.
can view it, just she
Yep.
doesn't make changes to it. Is that right?
Let's demo here. If we're doing live, I just click into the MyHeritage conference. I don't remember that I have a family tree over there.
Okay.
Now, this actually also may complete the answer. You see what happened on the top? I have a red bar that says that the site is expired, and it's telling me that the subscription plan of whatever I had for this website is expired, and I can extend my subscription right from here. I can, of course, ignore it and just go over it and view everything that I have here. As I said, I don't think I had here family trees. I do remember I had here photos from many years, but you can see I can browse them with no problem. I can just click on them, enlarge them, and this will be the same with the family tree. I will be able to see it, but I will not be able to do anything. And if you like, you can here extend your subscription or downgrade to basic. And that is in the case that you don't have more than 250 people in your tree.
Okay, thank you. And Sharon, that should answer your question that you just typed in. Daniel, Janice is wondering, and she says she's more educated today as to building a family tree, and she's wondering, can I delete a tree from an earlier time and start new? And would she want to do that?
Well, definitely yes, you can. Now, if you want or not to do it, I will say it will depend on you, but you need to know one thing for sure. Whenever you delete a tree or you start a new tree, actually, you don't need to delete the tree for that to happen. All the matches are going to be recalculated again. So if you already accepted a couple hundred matches, just bear in mind that you will need to go over them again and you will need to accept them again.
And there would be something happen with your DNA too, is that right?
Oh, yes, very important. Because your DNA kits are connected to the tree, if you delete your tree, the DNAs are going to be, the connection are going to be lost. So the right process, and it probably is going to take a little bit of time and concentration, will be to reassign those DNA kits into the individuals in the new tree. You do that under Manage DNA Kits. And you know what? If we're already here, let's see if we have an FAQ for that. Assigned DNA to some. Oh, okay. Why I can reassign my DNA. Okay, this will work. How do I assign a kit to somebody else? This is exactly what you need to do. You go to the Manage DNA Kits. Next to the kit, you have 3 dots, and you have this reassigned to a different person. Now, for you, it's going to be the same person, the same individual, but in a different tree, in the tree that you have uploaded now, or the one that you have created or are creating it. So by the time you type the name of the person, you probably will see that person only once because you already have that individual assigned to that kit. So it will be easy, relatively easy to select the other individual. Just make sure that you go to the other family tree or to the new family tree and you see that purple sign that I mentioned. Meaning if you're comparing the new tree and the old tree shouldn't have this a purple sign here, and the new tree should have the purple sign there. Only then I will recommend you to just delete the old tree that you have up.
By the way, looking at your tree, many viewers are telling you happy birthday to your daughter tomorrow, so don't forget that, Daniel. And you've got a special occasion coming up in 11 days, so don't forget that one either.
Thank you very much.
Let's go to Irene, who says my account is telling me that my tree limit is exceeded. What can she do from that point?
Paying.
So the next step is a membership, right?
That's pretty much the only thing you can do.
Okay.
Now, let me use this question to give you another secret, Jeff. You know this 250 limitation for a free account?
Yeah.
If you bring a JetCom from thousands and thousands of people, the JetCom will go up. And you will be able to see everybody over there on the tree on MyHeritage. Probably it's going to frozen as it's happening now. I'm sorry, I didn't catch the name. Who was asking the question?
Oh, Irene, I think.
Irene. So probably now she has her tree frozen, but the JetCom will go up. And yes, the only thing you can do, Irene, is either delete the tree, which I will not recommend. I don't know the reason for that, but or just take advantage of any special offers that we normally have, and get a subscription.
Yep. The subscription, Daniel, could you show us, because many on our blog have been asking about the new photo the color restoration. That if you have which membership, probably the complete membership, you get unlimited access to the photo restoration.
Yes, you will get 10 images for free, and then you will need a complete or a premium plus, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, so it's just another benefit of having a membership at MyHeritage. It's really quite incredible. I uploaded a tin type that was very dark, and then I clicked on the restore colors or whatever that the phrase is, and boy, it's beautiful what it does. So yeah, there's another nice benefit. Pat says that her daughter and her have separate trees, and is there a way to merge them together?
Unfortunately, well, yes, there is a way. The way will be through the Family Tree Builder software. You will need to have one project open and import the other project as a JetCom, and tell the Family Tree Builder that you want both on the same project. It's not going to merge the trees though, meaning that you're going to have two trees that live in the same space, and you will need either manually to connect one with the other, or you could use a third-party software or website that I think are available over there to actually merge and identify the duplicates, and being able to put them all together.
Okay. Thank you. So we're almost out of time here, but let's ask this one question, and then I'm going to show where people could ask more further questions. Where'd my question? Joan says, she wants to purchase a DNA kit for a family member. They happen to live in Australia, but can you buy gift kits like that so you're not shipping it to yourself, but you're shipping it to someone else?
Yeah, sure. When you buy a DNA kit, you just filled the shipping address, and you put the shipping address of your relative, and that's it.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to come over here real quick. Here's the MyHeritage user group on Facebook. And I'll put the link to that in your chat. So for those of you that have further questions, this is a really great place. There's more than 14,000 members here now, free to join. But head over there, and then you can just ask your question, or you can do a search of the group and see if others have already responded to your individual questions. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that. Any other, Daniel, I guess before we sign off and say good night, any other final thoughts for our audience?
Well, the only thing that I will ask the audience is to go ahead, try it, see what it's available out there, both the MyHeritage subscription and the knowledge base and the help center. Learn a little bit more how to better use MyHeritage. I'm pretty sure you will be amazed with the results and how fast your family tree is going to grow, and it's going to benefit from whatever you are going to learn here.
Great. Well, thank you. You said it very nicely, Daniel. Always a pleasure to have you here on the show, and yeah, have a fun birthday tomorrow. But for all of the rest of you, wherever and whenever you are, thanks for sharing part of your day with us. And remember, life is short. Do genealogy first. Bye, everyone. Bye, Daniel.
Bye-bye.